Guys, Product.ai competes with sort of Product Board and Pendo in that same space. They're doing 5,000 a month today in revenue across 5 customers that pay on average $1,000 per month. They raised about 500,000 bucks worth of capital. It called around a 3 million valuation. Two co-founders hustling, total team of five, but the two co-founders split equity evenly at the start. Now going through Techstars, learning a lot about the network and growing fast. We'll see if they can go from 5 to 50 customers here quickly again at Product.ai. Hey folks, my guest today is Tony. Tommy's been a startup guy since the age of 19, landed at a startup eventually, worked in a few startups and enterprise to see the problem and started Produx.ai to solve it. It enables B2B product teams with intelligence. Tony, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, what does that mean? That's very broad. Enable B2B product teams with intelligence.
So yeah, when companies usually scale from a founder-led sales or a small process, a closed group to a very process-led multiple team sales GTM motion, what happens is the product teams get detached more and more from the customers. At the end of the day, they are like very far from the customer end. There'll be teams like customer success support, everybody interfacing with customers, and the context is always coming from those teams mostly. So during that process, the product teams is not getting the enough context to make all those decisions. What we do is we pick up all the customer data, feedback coming in from different locations, different tools, and generate insights on top of it so that the product team can use those insights to make more intelligent decisions, more smarter decisions.
Should we think of you like Segment or Pendo, or who would you compare yourself to?
Pendo is a good example. Product Board is another good one. There are a few new companies that are out there as well, doing the exact same thing. So we sit in between. If to be exact, we sit in between the customers and the product board, so that we bridge the gap between the customers and the product team. That's the right positioning.
I see. And what are customers paying you on average per month to use this technology you've built?
So somewhere in between $12,000 to 24,000 is the average monthly price, and it depends on how much data that you're bringing in as well. So if you want to like bring in a ton of data from your past history, historic data from what the customers were talking about like 2 years back, 3 years back, then it would like scale up as well.
So $12,000 a month, or about $150,000 per year, is your average contract value.
No, $12,000 per year.
Got it. So about $1,000 a month.
Yeah, $1,000 a month.
Okay, very cool. Put this on a timeline for me. When did you launch the business?
It's been super early for us. Like 7 months back, we launched it. So super early.
So launched in, call it late 2022?
No, 2023 early. So somewhere in March 2023 is the exact timeline.
When did you write the first line of code for the platform?
That is probably March first week or second week.
Of this year.
Yeah, this year.
Okay, interesting. And did you quit your full-time day job before that, or were you thinking about this idea for a while?
We've been thinking about this idea for a while, but quit the day job on Jan 31st. Took a month off after that, and then kind of like jumped into it. Okay. So me and my co-founder has been discussing this and a few other ideas, and we landed finally on this.
How did you find your first customer?
So we went outbound fully on right out of the bat, and we didn't want to wait for sales or anything. So it was fully outbound. Cold call was the first customer.
You cold called. How'd you get their number?
We use platforms that are providing us data to like target the ICP. So we're like Apollo, ZoomInfo, those kind of tools to actually find out the number.
What filters were you using in Apollo and ZoomInfo?
So we, for my ICP, it's basically companies ranging from $10 to $100 million and hiring product managers, having at least 100 to 400 employees, and a few more filters like location in the North American region, a few of them.
Interesting. Okay, so you call, you sell them. That was your first customer. How many customers are you serving today?
So we serve approximately 5 right now. So some are coming on board, going through security and all of that. So we are super small right now.
Okay, so it's about 5,000 a month in revenue.
Yeah,
that's great. Now, have you self-funded this? I see you have a Techstars shirt on. Did you go through Techstars?
Yeah, I mean, in fact, we are going through Techstars right now.
So. Amazing. So what is it? I forget what it's like. 150K for 7% or something, right?
120 for somewhere in that range. So the 100K node is like a separate one on your current valuation. Yeah,
I see. But have you raised any other capital besides 120,000 from Techstars?
Yeah, we've raised 400K in additional from different angels and groups that we work with. So
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right, so the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise, they sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview.
Okay, so about 520,000 raised to date and call your pre-seed round plus the accelerator.
yeah, that'll be correct.
Most folks are selling, 15 to 20%, especially in today's compressed market, 15 to 20% in their pre-seed round. Were you in that same range?
Yeah, we are in the same range. So we are in fact less than 15%. Yeah.
So if you sell 15% for 400K, I mean, that puts your valuation at something like 2.4 million post money.
So our valuation is higher than that basically. So we sold less than 15, and we didn't actually take the Techstars money at this point. We took outside money at a higher valuation, so we didn't want to take the Techstars money at a lower valuation.
Techstars lets you not. I thought Techstars forced you to take their money. So you're in the program, but you didn't take the money. They have no equity.
It's optional, so you don't have to take that money if you don't need it. So that's how
Techstars today is not on your cap table.
They are on the cap table, but that will be for a lower round. So it's basically the program works in such a way that you have a fees, which is by default given, and the 100K that they're putting in, that comes at a valuation predefined by Techstars. So we
what is that? $1 million?
That is 3 million.
Okay.
And there is like some technicalities in there where if you have pre-commits at a higher valuation, then you get to like match that commit. And we had commits, but the problem was we didn't have enough proof of the commit. It was all friends and family, and we didn't like send any emails back and forth. It was all word of mouth that came at that valuation.
So you raised 400K at a 3 million valuation and chose not to take the 100K from Techstars.
Yeah.
I see. I guess what's the upside for Techstars? Why would Techstars let you in the program if they have no upside?
No, I mean there's a common stock allotment for Techstars.
How much is that? 4 or 5%?
That is the 6% basically. So that comes with the optional 100K as well.
Well, if they're gonna take 6% anyway, why wouldn't you take the 100K?
No, the 100K is additional than 6%.
You just said it's optional, but they take 6% no matter what. So if they're going to take
Yes,
6%
that is
no matter what, true or false? Techstars right now owns 6% of your cap table.
correct. Yeah,
True or
commerce.
false? You've taken $0 from Techstars.
Uh, we took 20,000. That is basically by default comes with a 6%.
If they were going to, but why would you not take the other 80K if it's basically free money? Take the 100K from Techstars.
It's not free money. It comes as a convertible note, so it's not free money.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. That makes sense. Okay, so you're going through the program now. What's been the, some people love Accelerator, some people hate them. What's been the biggest surprise?
It's the biggest surprise is the network that we can tap into right off the bat. So basically, it's like huge network that unless you so I come from India. I had only a few network that I could connect to it easily. So Techstars opens up to a large network within their cohort and their mentors and mentees, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps us move faster than usual.
Very cool. And who is we? Do you have a co-founder?
Yeah, I have a co-founder. His name is Jerin. Yeah.
You guys split equity 50-50?
Yes.
Come on. No one was worth more?
I mean, we thought about it, hadn't for a long time. So yeah, we decided to climb that.
Who's doing all the engineering?
He's doing all the engineering, basically.
So you're the sales guy?
Yes.
All right. How do you go from 5 customers to 50?
It's right now we are just focusing only on outbound. So basically 5 to 50 would be still outbound, 90% outbound, 10% brand positioning and marketing. So we're not expecting inbound or any PLG motion at this point. So fully outbound. That's the way we are going. Right
and
now.
Just the 2 of you hustling right now, or is the team bigger?
Team is 5, 3 more additional people. So 2 engineers and 1 designer at this point.
2 engineers. Okay, and interesting. You're the only sales guy though, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, on that note, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite book?
Sapiens.
Yep. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Yes. We work closely with CEO of Latka. So he was the chief data officer previously at ZoomInfo, Arjun Pillai.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building products?
Right now it is Google. So it's a very
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Somewhere in between 5 and 7.
Okay. Situation, married, single, kids?
Married, no kids.
Okay, and how old are you, Tony?
29.
29. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 30. Or sorry, when you were 20.
When I was 20, yeah. Keep pushing. I wrapped up a bunch of startups and shouldn't have done that.
Guys, Product.ai competes with sort of Product Board and Pendo in that same space. They're doing $5,000 a month today in revenue across 5 customers that pay on average $1,000 per month. They raised about $500,000 worth of capital. It called around a $3 million valuation. 2 co-founders hustling, total team of 5, but the 2 co-founders split equity evenly at the start. Now going through Techstars, learning a lot about the network and growing fast. We'll see if they can go from 5 to 50 customers here quickly again at Product.ai. Tony, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks for having the time.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. 1 founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com /Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.